been on the run, driving in the sun, looking out for number one. California, here we come, right back where we started from. Well, hustlers, grab your guns, your shadow weighs a ton, driving down the 101. California, here we come, right back where we started from. California. Here we come, right back where we started from. A pedal to the floor, thinking of the war, gotta get us to the show. California, here we come, right back where we started from. California. Here we come.
I think one reason we're addressing puppies, Councilmember Harper, is because there's extraordinarily well-documented abuses in puppy mills.
About the cats.
Extraordinarily.
Puppy mills is a nationwide crisis. The Humane Society of the United States estimates that as many as 2 to 4 million puppy mill dogs are sold every year.
It really is a supply and demand issue. You know, too often people think, well, this is just me and I'll just get this one puppy, or they think they're rescuing a puppy from a pet store. And the reality is this is a business and you're not rescuing that puppy. You're simply opening up a cage for another puppy to be ordered up, because as soon as that cage is empty, there's another puppy coming. It's so important that people take strong consumer action, that they make a choice that they're not going to support puppy mills.
Good evening, Mayor and Council members. My name is Elizabeth Orrick, and contrary to what you may have been told, I am neither a Scientologist nor a radical left-wing terrorist. I am, however, the National Manager of Puppy Mill Initiatives for Best Friends Animal Society, and I am here to convey our support for the proposed pet sales ordinance. Now, this is the third time I've addressed the Council on this issue, so I won't go through all the points about why puppy mills are such an enormous problem and how they contribute to the pet overpopulation crisis in our community, or why pet stores are a problem because they are an outlet for puppy mills and the reason that puppy mills are in business. I would, however, like to address a concern raised by one of the council members at the last meeting who suggested that Huntington Beach doesn't need a puppy mill ordinance because Huntington Beach doesn't have puppy mills. While it may be true that there are no brick-and-mortar, high-volume commercial breeding facilities in Huntington Beach, what Huntington Beach does have are stores selling puppy mill dogs imported from outside the city. So it is still a very undeniable problem. Just like Huntington Beach may not have any methamphetamine labs in the city, if methamphetamine is being manufactured elsewhere and being sold in the city, that would be an issue that I would think you would want to address. And yes, puppy mills are legal and methamphetamine is not, but the issue is the same. Puppy mills are an inhumane industry that you've all agreed you don't want to support, and yet the byproduct of that industry is being sold in your city. I will mention again that Best Friends has partnered with several pet stores in Southern California that have successfully transitioned from selling commercially bred animals to offering only rescued pets for adoption. And in fact, Renee Karapetian, the owner of one of those stores, is here tonight and can attest to the fact that this is a viable and profitable business model that the community will support. Therefore, this ordinance will not preclude any pet stores from staying in business. Since the last meeting on April 16th, 2 other Orange County cities, Laguna Beach and Aliso Viejo, have passed this ordinance. And since the meeting, we have met with both pet store owners, and they have agreed to the language and the terms of this ordinance. I would also add that the 2-year grace period is very generous, almost unprecedented, and provides more than enough time to transition to an adoption model. Thank you again for introducing this fair and reasonable motion, for being a leader on behalf of the animals and the citizens, and for setting a humane, compassionate, and progressive example for the rest of the country to follow. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Brian Minot. I'm the Senior Investigator for Last Chance for Animals. I just wanted to address a couple issues. Some people were talking about puppy mills and how old are these videos? Well, I've probably been to more puppy mills than most people in here. I've been to literally hundreds of puppy mills from Pennsylvania to Hawaii. Yes, there are tons of puppy mills in California, South Dakota, Texas, all over. The last puppy mill I was out to was 2.5 months ago. Got people in the field right now. These videos are current. Dogs are dying. Dogs are freezing. Let's put away this fallacy. This is going on right now. These dogs, as we speak, debating this issue tonight. Dogs are in these cages. They're never getting out. I've personally seen thousands of dogs who spent their entire lives in these wire cages. They don't know how to walk on the ground. When you take them out of the cage, they are frightened of the ground. They've never actually put their feet on the ground. As far as people saying that they get their dogs from, they're raised in these nice homes. Well, I've been to a few of these, and for instance, there was a place in Russo, Texas, not that long ago, and it was advertised that people were selling their pets to pet stores, and they were advertising the typical thing that, the dogs are nicely raised, these nice homes. Well, so we went out there, looked at what they didn't know is that we happen to know, looking at their property records, they own some other properties about 1.5 miles away. So we went in there, and sure enough, they presented us with their nice puppies, and it's a nice, warm environment. Beautiful two-story home. 1.5 miles down the road is a typical puppy mill. They had about 150 standard poodles in there, as disgusting as ever. I'm telling you, unless you actually see that puppy being born in that living room or in that, you have no idea if where that puppy came from. So I do appreciate the bit of levity of a gentleman saying that he gets his dogs from Hunt. I've been to a lot of mills. People say they get their dogs. They admit that they get the dogs from Hunt. I've gone undercover acting as somebody who had his own puppy mill, and Hunt gets it. Let's make no bones about it. Hunt and Lambright are the 2 biggest puppy mill transporters in the country. So again, on behalf of Last Chance for Animals, our 100,000 members, we urge you to support this humane legislation. And
dogs. The journey through life is often tragic. But there's a happy ending for the 11 dogs rescued the day Caesar accompanied LCA.
As far as all the dogs that we sent to the Brittany Foundation, 2 of them are still in foster homes, but the rest of all of them are in permanent homes. The 6 dogs that Caesar actually helped put into my truck have all been adopted, and all have happy endings. One of them, Little Bit, stayed with me. I fostered her for about 3 weeks. She had some extensive surgery done on her stomach because she'd given birth 6 times in her young life of 3 years.
Kim, how are you today?
I'm good. I brought her to a protest, and Sharon Osborne was walking into the store to purchase a puppy, and I stopped her and I said, wait, we have some puppies here today. And she said, let me see them, and I showed her a little bit, and she fell in love, and it worked out.
Hi Caesar, it's Sharon Osborne. I want to thank you and Last Chance for Animals for rescuing Little Bit, because she is now a new member of the Osborne family and we love her loads. Thank you. Look, she can't wait to get away.
Honorable Mayor, Councilman, my name is Renee Karapetian. I'm the proud owner of Pet Rush, pet store in the city of Glendale. I was the first pet store that took the humane model in the city of Glendale. And since not only I've not gone out of business, but it really put us on the map. I became a lot more successful. I became a lot more known in the city. And since last year, we were responsible for adopting out over 300 dogs out of my little hole-in-the-wall pet store in the city of Glendale. These are dogs that all came from county shelters that did not stand a chance otherwise. Every time I go to the shelters and I look at these dogs, this is one dog that I know I can save. And yes, one less dog that I could have bought a dog from a puppy mill. I have. I did sell. I made money. But now I can tell you honestly from a business person, I'm making more money. I have a lot more clientele that trust me, knows me by name. They come to the store for me, and they honor what I've done. And that's what I would like to see these other two stores to become. So I'd like to offer my help to these other two stores to show them how they can embrace this humane model and what they have to do to become very successful. I tripled my income. I'm a living proof that this is not only possible, but it's very easy to do. The community will support. They will not only survive, but they will make money. And the dogs are out there. The puppies are out there. The rescues are full of puppies. I go every week, and there's a ton of them. And yes, it will cost you actually a lot less to get one of these dogs out of county shelter, spayed, neutered, microchipped, vaccinated, temperament tested. None of those are true with these puppies they get from puppy mills. Thank you for your time.
Suggested change, I think that's fair. Just to reiterate a little bit why I'm supporting this is it's been established there's no puppy mills in Huntington Beach. I think it has been established, Councilman Dwyer, that they use the Hunt Corporation, which is the broker that gets their dogs from puppy mills around the country, and therefore we help, through supply and demand, keep that puppy mill business, the demand there. So we are part of that component. The whole puppy dog in the window, the spontaneity of it, and in the best case scenario, if someone finds a little puppy, 8 to 12-week-old puppy or kitten with the paws too big, fumbling around, is there anything cuter? And it may be healthy, and it may be loved, and it all may work out just fine, but we have the 500,000 we're putting down, so there's a supply and demand issue there. There's the ones that go sick. There's the folks that buy spontaneous without telling somebody. I don't even like the ones we do. I'll talk to my board, Boys and Girls Club. They get pet and a ton, spontaneous. Someone's had a few drinks and get it for their wife, and it's not overall the best way to make such a purchase. So, Irvine Company, largest landlord in Orange County, has implemented a ban. No more selling of or leasing to pet stores, basically. And I think they only had one tenant left. They're done. Again, I'm not here to say those folks that run the two stores are bad people or anything. It is the change of the model in the times that there's a lot of great animals out there that we put down that could be adopted, and I hope they will be. When you take out this choice of these puppies that are bred for that purpose. And remember, you see the cute puppy, but you're not seeing the mom who's on their 8th litter. It's in the cage, it hasn't left, it hasn't been walked. So that's part of it.
One thing up, they don't raise snakes in puppy mills, Councilman Dwyer. So we're talking about dogs and cats. We weren't specifically talking about raising snakes and crocodiles in puppy mills. So, but like Councilman Shaw said and Councilman Bohr, when people go into a pet store, a lot of these dogs are bought on an impulse. It's an impulse buy. You get the dog home, and it's so cute. It's a little puppy. Little do you know that dog is going to live for 15 years, 12 years, 10 years. So this is why we have so many dogs in the rescue shelters. I just think that, and everybody up here knows that this is the right thing to do. You know it's the right thing to do. But in my heart, I know it's the right thing to do. But to see an animal that's there and suffering, and you have the ability to do something, and you don't. Now, I had businesses, I had clothing business, restaurants, and I know exactly where you're coming from. But if you have to make adjustments to your business, then you're going to make those adjustments. I'm not here to put you out of business, and I don't want to do that. I discussed this with Councilman Shaw, and I listened to what he had said, and I'm willing to work with him. I'm willing to work with you. And this young lady up there is willing to sit down and do anything it takes to make it work. So there is a portion of that you have to add the adoption on. And I can appreciate when you take in animals, but that becomes a rescue. It's not, if you have to recoup the money that you gave when shots and veterinarian bills and so forth. So I can understand that, and that should be put into the ordinance. I'm willing to go along with what Councilman Shaw said and give the transition period of 2 years, but only for those 2 stores. I wouldn't want to give an extension to any new stores coming in. I would give a transition for the 2 stores, the Animal Kingdom and Pets. But I would want to continue with not allowing any new pet stores that sell commercial animals. Commercially sell animals.